Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about algorithm. What is an algorithm? A precise rule or set of rules is specifying how to solve some problem. So this is a simple definition of an algorithm. It is a finite set of steps defining the solution of a particular problem. It can be expressed in human readable language like as English. An algorithm can be represented through the use of pseudocode or flowchart. So these are the two ways we can represent the algorithm, either using the pseudocode or using the flowchart. Before going to pseudocode or flowchart to represent the algorithm, let us discuss some rules that we have to follow while constructing an algorithm. When you are going to create an algorithm, keep following points in mind as input. We always have to think about the input, whether we have to get some data in the program or not. So there should be zero or more values which are to be supplied. Output, at least one result is to be produced. Definiteness, each step must be clear and unambiguous. Finiteness, if we trace the steps of an algorithm, then for all cases the algorithm must terminate after a finite number of steps. Effectiveness, each step must be sufficiently basic that a person using only paper and pencil can in principle carry it out. In addition, not only each step is definite, it must also be feasible. Comment session, comment is additional information of the program for easily modification. In algorithm, comment would be appear between the two square brackets. Characteristics of an algorithm. Algorithms always have a definite starting point and end point. These points are generally marked with the words like start, begin, end, stop, etc. They consist of a finite number of steps. They always refer to a specific problem, or you can say that they are written for a given problem. They serve as a foundation stone for programming. They are written in easy language. Now, first way of writing an algorithm, that is pseudocode. What is pseudocode? Pseudocode is one of the tools that can be used to write a preliminary plan that can be developed into the computer program. Pseudocode is a generic way of describing an algorithm without use of any specific programming language syntax. It is, as the name suggests, pseudocode. It cannot be executed on a real computer, but it models and resembles real programming code and is written at roughly the same level of detail. In the algorithm design, the steps of algorithm are written in free English text, and although brevity is desired, they may be as long as needed to describe the particular operation. The steps of an algorithm are said to be written in pseudocode. Let us see some few examples to understand the pseudocode written for a particular problem. So in this example, we have to write an algorithm to find out number is odd or even. So a pseudocode that describes an algorithm how to find a number whether it is odd or even. So step 1, we write here start. In step 2, we get the number, that is input number. Step 3, rem. Rem stands for remainder, equal number mod 2. So number mod 2, we get the modulus, and this modulus is nothing but remainder after dividing the number by 2. So what is remainder after dividing the number by 2? That is assigned to the left side variable rem. Step 4, if rem equal to 0, then print number even, else print number odd, and then end if. So using control statement, depending on whether remainder is 0 or 1, we can produce our result, whether number is odd or number even. If remainder is 0, naturally this gives number is even. If remainder is 1, that is here condition becomes false, then second part of the else statement, that is number is odd, is displayed, and last step, step 5, is stop. Now let us take the another problem, and in this problem write an algorithm to calculate factorial value of a number. So an algorithm in pseudocode is written like this one. Step 1, start. Step 2, read the number n. Step 3, initialize I equal to 1, fact equal to 1. Initialization of some variable. Step 4, repeat step 4 through 6 until I less than or equal to n. So we have to repeat step 3, step 4, step 4, step 5 and step 6 until condition I less than or equal to n is true. And when this condition becomes false, we move to step 7 and print the value of factorial. And step 8 is the stop. Another example, write algorithm to calculate the sum and average of two numbers. Here in this problem, we have to write an algorithm to find the sum of two numbers as well as their average. So an algorithm can be written like this one. Step 1, start. Step 2, read two numbers n, m. Step 3, calculate sum equal to n plus m. Step 4, calculate average equal to sum divided by 2. Step 5, print sum and average, and step 6 is the stop. So this pseudo code indicates how to discuss how to find the sum and average of two numbers. Now write an algorithm to find biggest of the three numbers. So in this program we have to find the biggest. If three numbers are there, which number is the largest one? So an algorithm can be written like this one. Step 1, read three numbers A, B, C. Step 2, compare A with B. Step 3, if A is larger, compare it with C. If A is larger than C, then A is the largest, otherwise C is the largest. Step 5, if A is smaller than or equal to B in the first step while comparing A with B, then B is compared with C. If B is larger than C, then B is the largest number, otherwise C is the largest number. Then last step is stop. So these step by step how to find the largest of the three number can be discussed. Another example, write an algorithm to convert a decimal number into binary number. So in this one, how a decimal number is converted into the binary number, an algorithm in pseudocode is written. Here step 1 is start, step 2 read number num. Then step 3 set x is equal to 0. we are setting a variable x is equal to 0. Step 4, bx. Here a binary array is declared and x represent the element and equal to num mod 2. So remainder after dividing the number by 2 is assigned to the first variable as x is equal to 0, b0, element of the first array. Step 5, num equal to num slash 2. After dividing 2, what is the quotient that is assigned to this variable num? Step 6, if num is equal to 0, then go to step 9. That is, if this num, that is after dividing by 2, comes out to be 0, then go to step 9. Print bx in reverse order. So this binary array has the data or has the equivalent number of binary equivalent of decimal number that we have to print it in the reverse order, representing the binary equivalent of the decimal number. Now if this number here, if num is not 0, then we have to go to the step 7, and step 7, that is, we have to increment the value of x, that is x equal to x plus 1, and then go to step 3, that is step 3, again set the value of x is equal to 0. So in this way, this pseudocode describes how can we convert a decimal number into the binary number. So with this example, we end our discussion. Till next class, bye and have a nice day.